Trade Genius.
What's up, guys? Philip with Trade Genius. Hope you had a good weekend. Okay, so wanted to go over the current Bitcoin action and outlook for this week. And I'm going to start with the weekly chart and we'll work our way back. What was key here is that here's our previous low at 58.73 on Coinbase. Let's go off of Coinbase charts for now. We did eke out a low below that. But you notice we didn't close. Now this is the new weekly candle. So this weekly candle closed last night, 8 p.m. Eastern. So when I see these previous lows and look, what I'm looking for is a close below them to confirm more downside. And we didn't get that on the weekly, nor did we get that on the daily. Switch to a daily here real quick. And ignore those buy signals on the weekly, that the signals I calibrated for the weekly on that chart that we just had up, just in case you're wondering. We did have the buy signal fire here, and next day, boom, just a flush out. We're still in a daily buy, and again, those generally will signal a sustained move up. They will sometimes fire, and then you get a bit of a pullback. That's happened before a few times. I would say maybe 2, maybe 3 times since you can chart things going back to about 2013 or so, where we had a case where we had a signal and then a pullback first before a move up. So we're still in a buy signal on that, even though it's reversed. And I think we have a local bottom here because, again, daily closed above this low, previous low, this line here. And so until we get a close below that, I'm looking for a local bottom here for the following reasons. We have a bullish divergence on the 4 hour. So let's switch to the 4 hour chart. Okay, so now we see you have a bullish divergence here. So that RSI is making higher lows, but price is making lower lows. Okay, so then typically what happens is you get a move up like this. And we've taken, RSI's cleared the previous high, broke out there. So for me, this is an indication that we'd want to buy a pullback. And then we're looking for a move up. Current target on this guy is probably going to be about 6,400. At that point there would probably be a spot to close the longs and see about a pullback and see if some of these levels hold. But right now, because of the downtrend and because of all the support levels continuing to get broken, you have to assume that these bounces are going to be somewhat short-lived. Now, is this going to be the bottom, or are we making new lows? I'm going to say that, yeah, we did have some volume come in here in this area. As you can see here, volumes come up. But for me, we have to start making higher highs. And until we see that, you just have to assume that all resistance levels are going to get shorted. And so this is the current resistance level. We're looking at 6,400. Yes, we do have a daily buy signal. We also currently have a 4 hour buy signal that has fired too. So we have that going for us as well. So there is, again, I think buying a pullback here in this sub 6,000 area, your stop would have to be right under this low that we just made, though. But I think 6,400 would be a minimum target, and then basically what we'd be looking at is a move beyond that would be basically attacking these trend lines. Ultimately, like I said before, we'd have to get up here to this upper trend line where previous daily, if you look at the daily chart, previous daily charts, that's where all of our buy signals have kind of petered out at, right? So that would be the bigger move. So I would wait for us to clear some levels. The other level that we'd be looking at to clear would be the 6,800 area, and then up in here into the 7,000. So these are some battles that would have to get done. We could buy pullbacks at each of those levels as they fail with tight stops. trying to catch this. And the only reason why I would be bullish here on the to the upside is because we're in this buy signal here on the daily, even though we've pulled back. If you look on the oscillator that I've shown you guys before, when we get down into these sub 40 levels and we get down and we're starting to form a base here, those historically have given us bottoms. And so basically what we'd be looking at here is a move up out of here. So I think that, you know, these are pretty strong when the oscillators get down to these levels. So key here would be to break out of this down price channel. Price channels always break, guys. Up or down, they always break. So you know, we're oversold here, especially on the weekly. And again, with the bullish divergences that we're seeing on the 4-hour and the daily, you know, here's a daily divergence here. I think that probably time for the bears take a breather here, and we have the signs there for a move up. But again, would be looking for 6,400, 6,800, and 7K. Breaking 7K will probably increase the likelihood of seeing this upper trend line that we've been bouncing off of from the previous daily buy signals. All right. If the daily signal looks like it's going to roll over, then we'll look to position short and look for some downside levels. But right now, currently, guys, unless, again, we break this lower low or this previous low that we just put in here, then we'll start looking at the downside targets. Right now, we've got to respect the daily signal and the bullish divergences. All right. So that's it for this video. That's the weekly Bitcoin outlook. We'll update this if as price changes and dictates an update. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. Also, check out our 7-day trial. You can check out what we're doing in the room and the signals. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.
Trade Genius.